This is the Rose Technique QuietSea. It is a single dynamic driver IM, and the retail price for this is $50 US. I've opened it, tried it, and here are my thoughts and opinions. First, what I like about it is the boldness of this tuning. It is pretty rare and unique as well. And what I don't like about it is the nozzle. That's for one thing. The nozzle is oval shape, and it's pretty hard to tip roll and to find tips that can fit this type of nozzle, and the ear tips as well. So I'm not a fan of this ear tip. But in terms of the accessories, I actually like this cable very much. It is premium cable. It's thick, it's fabric as well, and pretty comfortable to touch. It comes in either 3.5 or 4.4 headphone jack, so you can choose which one you want. But overall, very nice cable. The case itself is pretty standard. Alright, it's a soft shell. It's not a hard shell. You can actually, it's semi-hard. Okay, it's not really totally soft. But yeah, it's not crush proof. And then the ear tips itself, again, not a fan of this ear tips. Ear tips are oval in shape, and it's pretty hard to match with other IMs. I wish they had given a bit more ear tips to try out with these earphones. But other than that, accessories are okay. In terms of fit and comfort, I would say in terms of fit, it doesn't really fit my ear, but it does go in my ear. As you can see, the inner shell is quite flat. There's no contours or anything like that. And the angle of the nozzle is a little bit too angled, so it doesn't really go in my ear in a right angle. But in terms of comfort, is actually pretty comfortable. There's no sharp edges or any corners to give me any pain or any discomfort, so it's fine in terms of comfort. Now, in terms of drivability, these are very easy to drive, so no issues with any of the gear or source gear. In terms of gear recommendation, I would recommend something that are lean, more neutral sounding gears. This will fit the those type of tuning, those type of gear pretty well. In terms of tone and timbre, this is more neutral sounding, a little bit of neutral warmth sounding type of tone and timbre. So pretty unique, as I mentioned, in terms of the tuning, which affects the tone and timbre. In terms of technical performance, this is pretty good. It's alright, it's average. It's not a very well performing earphone. It's not very rounded or low res. It's not low res at all. It's pretty high res, but not the highest and cleanest in terms of resolution. Soundstage is pretty alright. It's quite natural sounding. It's not the widest soundstage as well, but it's got good separation and good imaging as well. In terms of detail retrieval, it picks up a lot of nuances from my tracks. So in terms of detail retrieval, no issues there. But resolution, as I said, this is not the cleanest and clearest and most resolute, but they do a good job. Now, in terms of tuning, as I mentioned, this has got a very niche tuning, a very unique tuning. The sub bass is rolled off and almost level with the mid bass, and overall this has got a very thin type of sub bass. It's there, but you can't feel it. You can hear it, but it's quite shy type of sub bass. And in terms of the note weight, it's a little bit light as well. The mid bass is forward, and I would say it gives the overall sound a bit more body as well, and a little bit warmth as well. So it's not exactly dry, it's pretty warm also. The mids are forward, and I would say this is a little bit more mid-centric type of tuning. And for those vocal lovers, this is actually a pretty good set. Vocals are very forward, instruments are forward as well. Pianos have a good presentation, good presence as well. It's just a little bit on the lighter side. You get that thump in the keystrokes, but you don't feel that rumble as well. So not so much on the lower end. Violins, they sound really nice on this. Trumpets as well. electric guitars, they sound really good on this. Snares, they sound very snappy. Well, basically it's mid-centric, so it's more focused on the vocals and the instruments. So if you like to listen and focus on the instruments and vocals, this is a pretty good pair to go for. Treble, in the gain to the treble is a little bit on the intense side, a bit harsh and a bit bright and forward and energetic, to a point whereby sometimes is a little bit too much and fatiguing. But it's a bright IEM, at the same time is some sort of a short-lived brightness, because the brightness is just a little bit, and after that it actually dips down and becomes a little bit darker as well, a little bit muted as well in terms of the treble. But it's got a lot of air to the treble, so very airy treble, like the cymbal strikes. Hi-hats, they have good extension and they roll off very naturally. So overall, when I listen to my tracks, I would say they sound bright, energetic, a little bit on the harsh side, but not sibilant, and a little bit on the, well, laid back and recessed side type of tuning. Okay, so I would say this is more suitable for classical. Yeah, classical sounds really good on this. Female vocals, male vocals, and instrumental songs, quartets, orchestras, they sound really good on this. Pop songs, hip hop, rap, R&B, heavy metal, they don't really sound that suitable for this type of tuning. So I would recommend this more for classical listeners. This sounds really good for them. And of course, instrumental tracks. Alright, so that's my overall impression and thoughts about this Rose Technique QuietSea. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's it for now. I hope you guys have a great day ahead, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.